Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to the long-term Eightfold Abyss Azvaldt tournament on the FTF Discord server. We have Animero against. Oh wait, sorry. I misspoke. That's the short-term tournament. That's a short-term, not the long-term. I just realized Steelrocket is playing. So Animero against Steelrocket will be the matchup for short-term. I'm going to emphasize that again. Um, I think previously we saw Sai and Niamu play in this, and we're gonna see Animero bring Rune and Blood is what that looks like, and then Steelrocket is gonna choose to bring Rune and Portal. So Rune, very popular. In fact, I have their deck lists. I keep forgetting that. So let's see. Animero has chosen to bring Spell Boost and Wrath. Wrath, a very popular choice at the start of the expansion, but it's been dwindling a bit on the ladder because it just has really shaky matchups all around. And Steelrocket, I guess, like kind of appropriately for his name, is one of the only players bringing Puppet Portal. So it's a deck that also kind of takes a lot of cards from the last expansion, but benefits from a couple of new cards like Kerzale Killshot Enforcer, which oddly enough, Steelrocket has only brought 2 copies of that card. Usually a 3 of because it's really strong, and the players can go in whenever they would like. But as for most of the card choices here, they're pretty standard, I think. Bad Catha, yeah, Bad Catha plus Olivia and Sylvia is often played. Summon Divine Treasure, 3 of. I think it's just that Perzale's usually played a little more. And honestly, I've started wondering if Lashana even deserves a spot in Puppet at this point. Like, she's useful in some matchups, but really, like, the most critical matchups, you just need to find Kerzale, like Swordcraft, for example. Okay, but anyway, into the game, and we're gonna see Rune versus Rune. So this is a spell boost mirror where Animero will go second, and Steelrocket will go first. And a full toss from Animero, which is kind of interesting. Both these players also playing multiple enchanting spells. That's kind of an interesting card choice. I'm saying interesting a lot, but like it helps stall out against some of the more aggressive decks, but it's really bad in the mirror because you often don't have a target for it until much later in the game. And already we have kind of a decision here from Animero. So I think for Steelrocket rather. Oh my gosh. So used to saying Animero. But yeah, so immediately tossing the Secrets of Mioto, but kind of punished with the enchanting spell off the top. And Animero kind of has the same decision to make with a story of a lifetime, Secrets of Onmyoto in his hand. I think he should toss Secrets with the story. That just makes sense. As the only card that doesn't really draw more cards, and you can't really toss Orchestral Mage. That card you need to win the game. Secrets on the other hand. Oh my goodness, he actually tosses the Orchestral Mage. What? That's crazy. That's a little insane. It's a card that is not a spell boost card, right, and not a spell, so it is going to make it harder. Like, it doesn't help him win the game, but like it doesn't help him get spell boost set up. But you kind of need that card to win the game, so that's actually a crazy decision. Okay, so he looks like he's thinking about Secret Zone Myoto this turn. I think you should Magic Missile first. You always want to draw before you play non-draw spells. That's like the basic pattern of a spell boost deck. Okay, draws the Insight. So I think he's looking like he wants to go Secrets and Mari here, but I think it's actually okay to just play the Insight. Yeah, that's just a good pattern to fall into. I'm gonna have a nice hand full of spells. You really want to play Mari before Secrets because Mari searches your deck for spell boost, and it's not like he's under not like Animero's under a lot of pressure to spell boost quickly here because I didn't mention this, but Steelrocket just completely passed turn 3, so. Steelrocket did draw some action here. Oh, I don't like this opening with Secrets. Yeah, that's. I mean, there's no point in it, right? You can Magical Strategy first, and then Mari, and then yeah. So like, it's like draw before playing spell boost cards. I think is the usual pattern, just because it goes a little faster. So here, I think, based on the play points in Animero's hand here, though, it's okay for him to go Mari into Magical Strategy. Meltina into Mari into Magical Strategy could work too, I guess. But that kind of commits to evolving the Meltina to make sure it's cards in hand, so it's a little bit awkward. Evolve Meltina and then Magical Strategy? Do we care about Overdraw here? Let me think. No, he's just gonna choose to save the Evo point with the Meltina top deck, but mm, that's okay, I guess. I'm not sure. Okay, well, now that there's followers on the board, though, this enchanting spell from Steelrocket is much less of a dead card, and I think one thing to note about Steelrocket's hand is that that is a lot of Raining Blades, so definitely a bit. So already has 6 plus 4. That's 10 damage in hand. With the Evo would make it 12. He's looking for a little. So Steelrocket's looking for a bit of damage, and in fact just draws 4 more damage there. That is a total of. There's a total of 14 or 16 with an Evo damage now, and it looks like he's going to be looking to use an Evo right now. Evolving the Chakram, probably going to take out both of these Maris just to keep them from spell boosting a little more. Going to play another Mari himself, finding another Meltina. I'm wondering if it was Evolve Meltina instead. The banish from Meltina is really strong, but yeah, hand space of course becomes a concern at that point. Like when you evolve a Meltina, the banish is nice. Then you get a spell boosted Meltina, so there's like some play to get Evo points back that way. All right, but we're back to Animero's turn now. He is proceeding through his deck at quite the clip, and he found another Raining Blades. That means that Animero has 20 points worth of damage in his hand now. So in order to win the game, all he has to do is spell boost every card in his hand and just stall out the game until that point. So what will he do? Although, that is, of course, probably want to save this Chakram, I would say, because that will help him punch through. Oh, and he uses it. I really want to save that Chakram because Animero here is going second, right? So he's going to be a little bit behind. Oh, is he going in this turn? No, that's too crazy, right? If he evolves the Chakram, he's going to evolve the Chakram, Raining Blades, the pawn, and just start going in. I mean, it's really no, he's not committing. Okay. I don't know if I like this. Because the Chakram is way better used on a turn where you're going for lethal. Because that'll help you punch through opposing C-Mails. Right. Yeah. Like, using the Chakram now versus next turn, I don't know if that makes much of a difference, to be honest. Okay. But now we're on Steelrocket's turn. He's got 2 Raining Blades that are almost 0 cost, but the C-Mail is way high cost, and this is why Orchestral Mage is often played in this deck. She can hold Raining Blades really well because then you can play Raining Blades before your other cards that get spell boosted afterward. So, I think it's just Insight here for Steelrocket. There's an argument for Angel's Blessing, and you risk losing the card. But I don't know if that's necessary. Okay, Meltina instead, without the play point refund, though. So that's a bit expensive, but it's effectively the same as Angel's Blessing. Draws the last Raining Blades, and maybe he's going to play the Sacred Bird of Wisdom here to empty his hand. But Steelrocket's board is getting a little too full here, and that is not going to let him play C-Mail this turn unless he commits another Evo point. And the 2 Raining Blades, so that's not worth it. Wait? But maybe that's what he's going. Okay, maybe he's just committing this Evo so as to get the spell boost. Okay. But does that mean Animero can win here now? Secrets of Onmyoto drawn for Animero. That could. I don't think that matters. I think he just has lethal here. Yeah. C-Mail, Raining Blades. Yeah, this should be lethal, right? Am I chat lethaling this? Let's see, Orchestral Mage, Raining Blades. You don't need the Orchestral Mage, right? It's just Secrets will let you play your whole hand here. Yeah, Secrets on the Raining Blades, and then play all three Sea Miles and two Raining Blades, and it's GG. Don't even really need to play the Secrets, but it's fine as long as you dump all the damage. Because it's a 12 plus 6, and then there's 2 more damage from an Evo, but actually he doesn't even need to use the Evo. Yep, and that is going to be lethal from Animero. He drew almost all the damage in his hand, made a risky call discarding that Orchestral Mage, and committing the Chakram was a little dicey too, but it paid off. I mean, his hand was just faster. I think not having a Sea-Mile ready by this turn was a huge problem for Steelrocket, because he needed his own ward up to defend against the setup. And so Animero is going to take game 1, and in the mirror, going second, which I think Spell Boost might be one of the decks where you actually can make a comeback going second just because of the strength of Angel's Blessing. So yeah. So that we're gonna have to, so now Animero's is gonna have to win a game with Wrath, and then Steelrocket's gonna have to win against Wrath with both of his decks, which honestly that can go either way. And I just think Wrath is such a like volatile deck that it is possible for Wrath to close out the game against Spell Boost before they can play, but it's also possible for Wrath to just get completely board locked by Spell Boost and lose before they get to do anything. It looks like we have a bit of a... Oh, it looks like we're having some connection issues. Should be able to reconnect. Otherwise, we can just remake the lobby. I guess we'll have to see. Bum 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 bum. I don't know. I was just singing the forest stage theme, but let's see. All right. So yeah, that game. I'm thinking back to it. That hand from Steelrocket would have really benefited from having an orchestral mage to hold those swords, and I don't know if anything else could have saved it. Oh, looks like we're going back in. Okay. Seems like connection issues were fixed, hopefully. Alrighty, so Animero's on Wrathblood with the kind of one of the assets of the original incarnation of Wrathblood herself, in Vera, and this is an interesting hand. He's got Adherent, and then and Valneric and Gyaradeath, I believe. Oh, he does a full keep, really? Wait, both players full keep, but that is that's a great hand. In fact, the Merciless Voiding off the top, so that is a great turn 2 and turn 3 for Steelrocket. But Animero full keeping is kind of spicy. I know the Valneric sets up Gyaradeath, but without like, it's like he didn't. I don't think I would keep Valneric or Gyaradeath because those Gyaradeath doesn't do anything till like turn 5 at the very earliest, and there's a lot of other 2-drops you'd want to draw, like Demon Maestro. And okay, but the Adherent of Lust is going to force out a Inauspicious Puppeteer instead of the Chasm for... Oh my goodness, Animero's getting punished so hard for his mulligan here. The triple Gyaradeath in hand, that card is not going to do anything for like so long. But okay, so that... Okay, and then another turn with no Chasm from Steelrocket. But I mean, that's also okay here. Yeah, and I want to see Animero hold on to the Wings of Desire here. It slows down his Wrath count, but you need it to set up Gyarados. Nice. Okay, that's good. That's good. Also, probably need it for to deal with Chasm later. And Chasm behind a Metatron here is going to be so hard to deal with. I mean, Gyarados can clear him, but that's not really like what you want to do. So, uh, but it might be what Animero has to do because Gyarados is all he has in his hand. Hopefully, he draws like a Raging Commander here. All right, I tried. That is so awkward. Okay, so he's another Valneric for Animero here. I think he's gonna have to dump both of his Wings of Desire here to make sure to clear this Chasm, which is really awkward. Oh no, wait. Okay, no, if you make this line, you have to hold the Adherent. He's going for Gyarados activation next turn. But that's such a that's not like good enough. Like that's 13 damage, but like but he's gonna take 4 damage doing that. He's already at 14, so if he takes like 5 damage just from Evo Face this turn, oh, he's gonna take 6 damage? If he can take up to 6 damage. Oh no, even more, right? My goodness. Yeah, he's gonna take 7 damage here from that Chasm effect activation, and then Evo Face here. Okay, so really aggressive play from Steelrocket, punishing Animero's previous line, and is summoning Rosa out as well. Is that no? Resonance doesn't reactivate this turn at least, but like, okay, Howling Demon off the top is huge though. But okay, you have to evolve this, right, Animero? Yeah. Okay, that puts him in the game for now. Wait, but yeah, because Orcus only makes a Lloyd, so that is not lethal just yet. But Lashena has 10 followers destroyed now. Okay, and that is really dangerous, right? That is going to be an easy like. See, a puppet pops out. Oh my goodness, that is and Tinkering Shopkeeper is gonna heal now. And let's see. I want to see sending in 3 things. Actually, just send in the puppet and Lashena and hold on to Melodious Monody. I think that's the correct play. The other play is to use Monody on the. Yeah. This is definitely the best play. And the reason is just that the Monody is way better for popping your own followers next turn. There's no immediate need. Nice. I really like how Steelrocket's handling this. Animero is getting bailed out here, though. Another Howling Demon off the top. I think that's the only card. I think it's the only card he could have drawn that saves him here. And not only that, but... Okay, but what's awkward about this Howling Demon is I think he still has to evolve the Howling Demon manually, which is really awkward with Wings of Desire, because what Animero would like to do is evolve the Adherent of Desire. So but Animero cannot afford to take. How much damage can Animero afford to take? He cannot afford to take 4 damage this turn, and the reason for that is the Melodious Monody in Steelrocket's hand. Steelrocket has 1 fuse into the Orcus. He doesn't have the full 3 fuses, but what he does have is 1 extra damage. So Lloyd is going to be 4 damage, and Monody is going to be the last point of damage if Animero goes for this line, because Animero will drop down to 5 doing this. But it looks like he's making. Oh no, he targets Lashena, so he's not. Wait, but he's always going to drop down to 5 making this play. So targeting Lashena is just a waste of 3 points of damage. Okay, Gyarados is going to evolve. Make sure to hit face with Gyarados. Oh, I wonder if he has enough time to make the attack. Okay, yeah, but he's just dead. Oh, and the Cursail off the top. Jeez, that wasn't even necessary. Steelrocket had lethal without the Cursail. with the Orcus plus Monody line that I highlighted. So that is just yeah, and I think it speaks to why you can't keep Gyaradeath in your opening hand. Like he has the win condition of the deck, but it's just too early to keep him. And Animero got hard punished by drawing two more copies there. So we're on to game 3 now. Blood versus Spell Boost. Steelrocket made the switch to Puppet first. Maybe to show us all the decks in the matchup, but also that he made. I think Puppet also is just like really good into Wrath. Uh, and Animero is going to go second. Keeps the Adherent and the Demon Maestro, and Lunel, Queen of Wolves. I forgot to check the deck lists again. Lunel is a card that most people have been cutting from Wrath. She's just a little bit too slow in the current format compared to what else you could play. And two Valnarix now in hand for Animera. So yeah. So what are some of the more popular? One of the more popular cards instead of Lunel is Vate. The vampire guy, and the reasoning is just that Vate makes a really strong board and helps guarantee you hit Wrath on turn 4. But the Demon Maestro here from Animero is going to do a lot of work. That's going to be 2 self pings over time. The biggest problem from Animero here is that his board is not very wide. But this is actually a matchup where Valnaric does a lot of work because she's going to help Animero unlock his own board. So, and of course, use a Storm card, so that's also really good. And I've been paying a lot of attention to Animero's hand, but looking at Steelrocket, he's kind of in a weird spot here. So he's got 3 Raining Blades, but once again, lacking a card to hold the Raining Blades. You want to put that effect on a Storm Follower. So no Sea Mile in hand. It's kind of looking like his hand from game 1. What he'd really like to see is also some card draw. He has absolutely no card draw in that hand, and that's so awkward to deal with the Spell Boost player. That's one of the ways that you just outright lose the game playing Spell Boost. So definitely doesn't want to see that. Okay, I honestly would have wanted to see Animero just slam the Raging Commander this turn, but that's a bit of an aggressive play, and that's kind of okay. And speaking of the Orchestral Mage, that Steelrocket has drawn the Orchestral Mage, which is good. That's going to let him play the game. With that's really good with those Raining Blades, but what it isn't is it's not card draw, and no card draw is not what you want to deal with here. All right, so 2 Maestros in his hand. Let's see. Okay, Raging Commander is an interesting line. I kind of want to see Animero trade in at least one of these Maestros, because let's do the math here. Does not have an okay with the Vicious Blitzer. Oh, this is much more like a turn 6 play with the Vicious Blitzer. So yeah, maybe just the double drummer is gonna be. But I think maybe there was a line to no, because he doesn't have 1 play point ping, right? So the line would have been to like yeah, without a 1 play point ping, he can't set up Gyaradeath with the Maestros, so delaying that by a little bit is fine. And there's the Sea Mile in hand for Steelrocket, but no card draw still, so he's gonna still struggle to make that work, and this is looking like a really easy game for Animero here. Yeah, so like all Animero has to do is not get lethal and basically just use these Maestros to set up his Gyaradeath the next turn. With 2 Maestros in play, Gyaradeath is like a guaranteed flip, especially with the Vicious Blitzer. So let's see how Animero navigates this. Valnaric can be used to pop the Maestros with her Wings of Desire as 2 pings. And then Raging Commander evolve Gyaradeath would be that's even 3 pings. So, okay, the Demonic Drummer is also really good here. So I think the line here is to just you could trade in both Maestros and go Demonic Drummer. And I think Spell Boost can't really kill you through a Demonic Drummer wall. And okay, well, Valnaric is the more aggressive line here though. So Wrath is already active. But the awkward thing here is okay, so demonic drummer into Wings of Desire, and then hit face with everything involving the Valneric. I think that would work. That would work. It's still very aggressive. Oh wait, no. Demonic drummer into Wings of Desire would be trolling. Oopsies. Because you would pop your own demonic drummers. So maybe not that. Let's see. It could just be hit face with both Maestros, evolve Valneric, and okay. No, Animero's going to take a bit of a slower line. Really wants to make sure he gets the Gyaradeath active next turn. So, okay. Plays two drummers out for a defensive wall. I want to see Valneric trade. Okay, no. Never mind. It's gonna go face with Valneric for damage. I think what could have worked is Valneric trade and then evolve a drummer, which is a little safer. This is technically losable for Animero, which is kind of scary. Okay, so enchanting spell here. Enchanting spell on the Valneric. 3 Raining Blades? Wait a minute. 3 Raining Blades could be lethal, right? Let's see. So it's gonna be 2, 1, and 2 on the cost. Oh, that's too many play points, right? He can't. No, 2, 1, and 1. So if, oh my God, those Raining Blades are hitting the wrong target. If those hit the 2 drummers, oh, it still wouldn't be enough because of the healing. That's so close though. What? But this just seals the game. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, the drummers were never gonna be lethal, but it's still really scary, right? Like if there was a crushing rain. Oh no, that would have been lethal with the self pings. Oh my God, I totally forgot. Right, I've won that way before too, and this is just gonna be game over now because Gyaradeath is easily enough damage to clear. But my goodness, that demonic drummer setup was so risky. I don't think you're ever supposed to take that line. Oh, Animero got away with that one. Jeez. Okay, and yeah, Gyaradeath is gonna. Yeah, I was like, I was like, there's the healing, but then there's the self damage. What a crazy match. It was really close finish at the end there. Animero is going to take that one 2-1. Steelrocket definitely got a little unlucky with the spell boost. He found a way to almost clutch out the game there, but those Raining Blades did not want to hit the demonic drummers, and he needed 2 hits with 3 cards, so that's like a 2 and 3 on the first Raining Blades, and then he has 3 cards, so it's like 2 and 3, right? And then that one missed, so it's another 2 and 3. But after the second one missed, it was guaranteed to not be lethal. Like, the odds of winning there were, like, probably at least 50%. I don't know the probability. I'm not really that good at the math, but I think it was close to, like, a 50-50 chance to win there. Probably a little higher than that. But yeah, that's just kind of, like, why warding is so important to, dealing with spell boost. And, well, that's gonna be it for the match, and I hope to see everyone again soon.